EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From beautiful Pebble Beach, California, it's live second-round coverage of the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am. Well, let's face it, Mother Nature's just showing off this week. Pebble Beach, one of the crown jewels of American sport in all its glory. As we look at the Friday leaderboard, we've got a tie at the top at 13 under par. Included among them is our featured golfer, who we'll be following intently throughout the round. Yeah, very controlled shot there with the iron on this short par 4, and that's going to be just fine. Second shot straight ahead, and we go to Iona Stephen.
It's 137 yards to the front of this green, to the front of the green. 140 yards to get you to the flag. Pin, front right. It's a sneaky one.
And that's not exactly ideal. Far from a tap-in for his par.
You're being too kind. That's not at all ideal.
Okay, that's good putt. It is in to save par. It'll hold tight at minus 13. Frank, interestingly, this hole number 2 plays as a par 4 for the U.S. Open. It is a par 5. It's absolutely gettable, and players must take advantage.
Certainly, Rich. Off that back tee, really, you've got to grab a driver. I know there's bunkers left and right.
Long drive, but a bad lie. Wicked. And we'll have to see here. It looked like that ball hopped from the lighter rough into the heavier stuff. Birdie putt now moving to his right. Yeah, well done. It's a birdie here at the second. And with it, he'll take over the top spot on the leaderboard here on this Friday. Onto the 397-yard par 4 third, where some players drive it over the trees on the left to cut the dogleg, while others play it more conventionally. We'll remind you that coming up next week, we move from the serenity of the Pacific Ocean here at Pebble Beach to a scene that will be anything but calm. That is the Waste Management Phoenix Open down at TPC Scottsdale. Frank, I always think different venues, sort of different soundtracks. Pebble is crashing waves with Argyle sweaters. The Waste Management Phoenix Open, it's like a nightclub in Prague at about 2 in the morning.
And I've been to Prague too, yeah. Except Prague doesn't have the 700,000 people. It's the greatest gate Some say the greatest show on grass. It really is. That 16th hole, I'll tell you just one quick little story. Tom Watson, in his heyday with the late Bruce Edwards on the bag, it was the one hole he changed his routine. He would get Bruce to go ahead to the tee, all those people around, and he'd just say, give me the club and hit it. It was the one time he broke tradition. It's absolute frenzy at Scottsdale.
A 5-footer now for birdie. Nicely done. Things looking good early. That's birdies at 2 and 3. And he moves to 15 under.
Frank, this is where it becomes really obvious where you are. You're at Pebble Beach. There's the Pacific Ocean, and this begins that magnificent 7-hole stretch right along the ocean. A fun hole, not long, 331 yards up the hill. We're at the 4th.
Yeah, and each one of those 7 holes that you refer to, Rich, there's a common theme, which is don't look right. Because that's pretty much the ocean the whole way around. And this one here, that decision has to be made. 330 to the front of the green. If there's a hint of a breeze, you could try and drive it. Otherwise, really, you've got to worry about that pot bunker. It's between 230 and 250 yards. But as I first said, do not go right.
All right, not exactly what you're hoping for, but safely on the putting surface with birdie still in play. Oh, no, I thought that was in for sure. Just a little jag right at the end, going to leave it on the lip. That one finished off. It is a bogey here at 4. And with it, the lead is back down to 1. We arrive now at the 189-yard par 3 called the New Fit. Despite being redesigned by Jack Nicklaus late last century, the safest play here is to the left center of the green. Solid shot, and sometimes solid throughout the round, will win the day. Gonna have to be a little careful with this one. It's for birdie. Oh, never a doubt. That one was tracking the entire way. It is in for a spectacular birdie. Will certainly help the cause.
Frank, here we are. Another good scoring opportunity. The dramatic par 5-6.
It's easy to have that view of Stillwater Cove on the right, but that, needless to say, is not the place to go. Those 5 bunkers down the left really determine your strategy off the tee. Plus, you're playing from elevation, nearly 20 yards extra off the tee. So that run out at 360 at the end of the fairway, believe me, that's in play.
Well, you can't walk out and drop it any better than that. That is a fine tee shot right there. I think he'll be pleased with that. It's not close, but not out of the question to make an eagle 3 here.
A little bit more run. Obviously, it would have been closer, but all in all, 2. Reach a par 5 and 2. Good shot.
Yep, not bad. Had to put a little extra into that one, but got it there. That's a pretty good effort. Yeah, that's good putt. A birdie here at 1 to 16 under par. Moving on to the 106-yard par 3-7. One of the most beautiful holes in the world. Craggy rocks, blue skies, and the beckoning Pacific beyond. Absolutely breathtaking. Not just a golfer, but a craftsman. Love the way he worked that shot. 10-foot putt left. Nope. Good effort, but that's going to wander a few feet by. That one finished off. It'll be a par here at 7. And the lead's going to remain 2.
Frank, as you know, of all the sports played on land, golf's the one with the best views. This is as good as it gets, but you need to focus now on what's ahead of you. This 8th hole is a real challenge, isn't it?
It certainly is. The temptation is to pull the camera out, but really it's about what club you're going to pull off this tee. There's 2 runouts on the right side, about 250 yards, left side about 270, and really that white rock is a great indicator of the line.
Down on the course, let's check in with Nota Begay III.
Beautiful tee shot, great position looking at this green, and there are no easy options here. You got bunkers up the left, bunkers on the right. You have balls that are going to find their way into the penalty area. Requires precision execution.
Uses the spin there, holds the green, but a long way home for that birdie. Now this Nota for birdie.
And he's going to have to contend with both a downhill putt and one that's going to move significantly to his left.
Sometimes you get a little fearful of what happens past the hole, that you wind up leaving it short. Okay, good roll there. It is a par here at the 8th, and he's going to stay 2 clear of the field. The thing about Pebble Beach is it's easy to lose focus, stare off at the horizon, the Pacific Ocean, and all that beauty that surrounds you. But then you remember, all right, I'm playing the 9th hole here. This is one of the hardest par 4s in the world. Pay attention. That's the kind of swing you want to break down and study. Perfect tempo on the backswing, club head pointing to the target, and then just an explosion through impact. Very well done. that's a good putt. It's in for par here at the 9th. And that is going to finish off a 3-under front side as they go out in 32.
Start of the inward half and another big and bold par 4, Frank, with the ocean yet again running the entire length of that right side.
Yeah, you call it the ocean. I call it the world's largest water hazard. But look again on the other side of the fairway and you'll see those 3 bunkers. Needless to say, they have to be avoided. But you do actually have to hit your tee shot just inside those because, once again, you've got a fairway that tilts left to right.
Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. From the fairway, Iona, this his second.
He's left himself 133 yards to the flag and the pin on the back portion in the left-hand side of this green.
What a way to start the back 9. That is a tremendous iron shot.
Well done there. It's a birdie to kick off the back 9. And the lead swells to 6 here on this Friday. We head now to the 370-yard par 4 11th, where ideally you'd like to favor the left side of the fairway to open up the approach into one of the smallest greens at Pebble Beach. I'll tell you what, that swing absolutely perfect and a good result as well. So after the big drive, this a short approach to the par 4. Really in control of this hole. Birdie yesterday and another opportunity on the way. He has a 12-footer here. Nope. Okay, well done. It is a par here at 11, and he'll remain 4 clear of the field.
First par 3 now on the backside. Frank, this is sort of the forgotten hole, the 12th, 202 yards.
It is. It's in the corner of the golf course. If you look at the right side of the screen, it's very narrow, but that's actually the entry or the gateway. And the reason why I say that is that's the full width of the putting surface. If you're going to take the bunker on, you've got to carry the ball another 8 or 9 yards. But one thing in your favor is this hole plays 10 yards downhill.
That one safely on the putting surface. That's a bit offline. And really leave a good 4 feet coming back. No missteps there. It is a par here at 12. And he'll maintain that 4-shot lead. The 13th here at Pebble Beach is sort of a forgotten hole. It's only 401 yards of par 4, but I promise you'll remember it if you make a birdie here, and you'll have a good chance if you put it in the correct position off the tee.
Well, it's in the first cut. We know you can't spin the ball as much from the first cut. Still lying okay.
Mishit, wrong club. What happened there, Frank?
All of the above, maybe. It's a little bit of a head scratcher. It wasn't that hard a shot.
With all the elements of his game have been in sync today, a terrific shot right there.
It's all about getting it inside that 3-foot circle around the hole. That was a really nice shot.
Okay, safely in for par here at 13. And he'll hold tight at 17 under par. Well, in the world of professional golf, there are very few legitimate 3-shot par 5s left. This 582-yard par 5 14th at Pebble Beach is one of those holes. It is all you want. Oh, and that is into the fairway bunker on this par 5, and that is a long way home from there. Want to make sure you catch this cleanly as a second to the par 5. Yeah, that's a good shot. Sand takes away any chance of going for the green in 2, but this is a nice recovery here to get back on track. This will be the 4th shot now coming out of the bunker. Yeah, that one came out hot, tough to judge sometimes, coming out of the sand, and that winds up well beyond the flag. No, kind of underread that one, and it winds up missing below the hole. Safely in. It's a bogey here at 14. And this is going to drop that lead down to 3 shots. Here at the 15th, a good drive, Frank, would be right down the middle. A bad drive would be on 17-mile drive. As scenic as it is, it's not where you want to be, is it? It's out of bounds.
Well, you can't afford to go right. You can't afford to pay for that real estate on the right either. So, yeah, anything down there. And fortunately, it's a downhill tee shot. I know there's sort of 4 bunkers really down the left side, but really it's the pop bunker that has to be avoided.
And that one looked good for a while, but it's going to get gobbled up by that bunker. After a big drive, he'll dig in for a second out of the sand. All right, not exactly what you're hoping for, but safely on the putting surface with birdie still in play. Oh, yes, plenty of pace to get up that slope. It is in for a birdie. He moves to 17 under par. We now begin one of the most
beautiful stretches of finishing holes, all of golf, the march to the sea at Pebble Beach, starting with a 400-yard par 4 16th. Key here, carry the island bunker. From a bit of a downslope here, his second to the par 4. And this is looking really good.
Rich, is that 8 or 9 feet? Not that bad, but it is a great approach shot.
This will slide a bit right. It's for birdie. Yeah, that's a good putt. A birdie here at 1. And he's now the leader by 4 here on this Friday.
Well, here we are, 17th hole, and this is where you can make your mark on the sport. Frank, so much history at this par 3.
It's just a great hole too, Rich. You know, that hourglass-shaped green on the angle. But you're right when you talk about history. You go back to 1972, and this hole played into the breeze. It was a 1-iron for Jack Nicklaus. Said one of the greatest shots he ever hit. Actually hit the flagstick, nearly went in. And, of course, one of my favorites is 1982. Tom Watson had missed this green to the left, and the late Bruce Edwards was his caddy. And they were looking for options because they were in such a perilous situation with the U.S. Open on the line. And Watson said, well, what about if I just hole it? And if you look really closely at the footage, as Watson starts to run across the green, he's pointing his finger back at Bruce and saying, I told you so. And then just a few years ago, too, Gary Woodland had a chip it on this green and made 3.
12 feet still to go.
Oh, yeah, worth an exhale there. That's a good par save here at 17. And he'll remain at 18 under. Well, you're not just playing the 18th hole at Pebble Beach, are you? You're taking a moment to soak it all in. Stand on that tee box, look out at the Pacific Ocean, think about what's happened here, who's played this hole, who's made history here, and then you let it rip. Ooh, some big drives today. That might be the biggest of the bunch. Now a big spot here for something good. This is short second to the par 5. Wow, and Frank, the views here at the 18th at Pebble get a whole lot better when you knock it on into just like that.
Oh, that second shot's like a banana, too. It keeps turning left, and you've got to really pick a definitive line, and that was just absolutely ripped.
Yes, a great putt there. It's in for eagle at 18. And after the incredible round 1, this will only be a score of 65 here in round 2. Alongside Frank Nobilo, I'm Rich Lerner for EA Sports. Thanks for joining us. Goodbye for now.